Welcome back, everybody, to another day of flight training in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Today, we have a nice, easy VFR flight training episode for you. After the catastrophe that happened in the last one, today we are in the Robin DR400, and we are going to be taking off and landing in some field runways. We're going to be starting off there and smoothly transferring over to nighttime VFR flight training. That is right. We are going to be flying in some nighttime conditions with VFR. If you haven't already, make sure you go check out the rest of the videos from this series. And if you have, thank you. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like this content, and until next time, hope you enjoy. Oh, I think they forgot to load in the runway.
You join us in the Robin as we're backtracking runway 32 at Thames on the New Zealand's North Island. Keep taxiing towards the end of the runway. We're going to conduct a full VFR flight completely in uncontrolled Class G airspace.
Okay.
To begin, we'll depart Thames via the circuit and start heading southeast.
Are you telling me I gotta undo my parking brake real quick? Brake. Oh. That's not what I want. Right? Ugh. I thought I had a button for parking brake. Yeah, it did. Okay, it did go off. Why didn't it work before? Dum-dums. Here we go.
Now slow to a walking pace and make a 180 turn to line up. Align yourself in the centre of the grass runway and come to a stop. There's no ATC here at Thames, so we'll broadcast what we're doing on the local traffic frequency.
Okay.
Thames traffic, Foxtrot Sierra Alpha, taking off runway 32, Thames. Now set full power and take off from runway 32.
Well, let's first set our stuff to take off. And go. And scoodoodles noodle. And we're off. Oh.
Raise the nose to the climb attitude.
I'm working on it, but for some reason.
Hold the climb attitude and fly straight ahead initially. We'll join a left circuit after takeoff. Right rudder to keep the ball centered.
Yep.
300 feet above airfield level, flaps up.
Okay. Gotta remember that. 300 feet, flaps up.
We're passing 500 feet, so make a left turn to the crosswind leg, climbing to 1,000 feet circuit altitude.
I'm a little aggressive on that.
Level off at 1,000 feet and turn left onto downwind, heading 140. Thames traffic, Foxtrot Sierra Alpha downwind runway 32, leaving southbound Thames. We're on the downwind leg of the circuit. We're going to carry on straight ahead and begin our local flight and climb higher once we've left the circuit area. Maintain the circuit altitude of 1,000 feet for now.
I don't know why it's fucking being stupid and not going down. I'm literally pushing down. Here, I'll do a nosedive for you so you know I want to go down. Literally, do you not see the vertical speed here? I am going nose down into the ground and it goes to 0.
Maintain the circuit altitude of 1,000 feet for
Explain to me
now.
how I'm going towards the ground and I'm not maintaining 1,000 feet. Dude, fucking shut up.
Now we've left the circuit to the south, climb straight ahead to 2,500 feet on heading 140. Keeping the Waihu River on your left, we're aiming for Te-Aroha, which is the town just at the base of the tallest part of the ridgeline up ahead.
Remember, I can't feel what the plane is doing. So what it looks like to me is going to be different what the plane is doing here, Mr. Instructor person you. See, like I was climbing and then all of a sudden it just goes down. Like I'm sorry. I didn't touch anything. I was just turning to get back on my heading. And all of a sudden, it sinks. Why is it sinking? I'm not touching it.
Level off and maintain 2,500 feet. Accelerate to cruising speed of about 100 knots.
Alright, I'm on cruising speed. I'm on level off-ish. See, and now I was level, and then it decided, oh, I need to go back up. I am literally pushing the fucking stick forward, and it's going...
Set power to hold 100 knots and make sure you're trimmed out.
If I could only get it to trim out. Like, how am I not staying trimmed out? Like, come on, dude.
Lean the mixture slightly if you haven't already to make the engine's fuel-to-air ratio more efficient. You may need to reduce power and retrim afterwards. Keep a speed of 100 knots. Keep a speed of 100 knots.
There. You happy, Dingleberry?
We're now flying visually in uncontrolled airspace. At this altitude, we don't need to account for any cruising level restrictions, and we can simply remain clear of cloud. We can see the river starting to bend away to the left, set a heading of 150, pointing us between the dark marshland we see on the right and the high ground on the left.
That's where I've been flying.
Once cruising VFR, make sure to keep a good lookout the whole time. We're in uncontrolled airspace below 3,000 feet, so anyone could be flying around in any direction and at any altitude, even without a radio. If we were to climb above 3,000 feet, we'd need to fly at a VFR cruising level. Heading east, we'd go for an odd altitude plus 500 feet, such as 3,500 feet. Traffic heading west would be at an even altitude plus 500, giving us some separation.
For a VFR? It must be only.
Above 3,000 feet, we also need to have a minimum cloud separation of 1,500 meters laterally and 1,000 feet vertically. This is instead of simply staying out of the cloud and remaining in sight of the ground, as we're doing here at 2,500 feet. Keep a speed of 100 knots.
I just can't make you happy.
left, you'll see the town of Payaroa, and just beyond that, a gap in the ridgeline called the Waihi Gap. Watch for traffic going in or out of there, and continue heading 150.
Got a little off course. Around. 30 minutes of this. Gotta love it. I'm not feeling too good though. Figure out what made me feel this way. I should have put a stopwatch on.
See the highest peak on the left side? That's Tiaraha town just below it. Take us overhead to Tiaraha.
Okay.
When flying VFR, there are minimum altitudes that come into play. Unless we're taking off or landing, the rules are that we can't get any lower than 500 feet above the ground or any person, vehicle, building, etc. That minimum becomes 1,000 feet if crossing a built-up area such as a town like Tiaraha. For really big towns and cities, another rule comes into play, which is the glide clear rule. This means that we must always be able to glide beyond any built-up area and be able to land in a safe place in the event of an emergency, such as an engine failure.
Okay.
It also applies once we start heading out over water. You have to be able to glide back to solid ground for a landing, which limits how far off the coast we can go in this kind of aircraft.
Makes sense.
We're going to carry on ahead towards Tiaraha before heading towards our next airfield, Matamata.
Matamata. Matamata. What's Matamata? Whoa. Dude. Oh. I might have to pause this real quick. Problem is I just don't think. hope I can. I hope I can hold out.
Keep a speed of 100 knots.
Sorry, dude. I'm going through some stuff right now. Book, stop.
We've reached TRR, so now carry on ahead for a short distance, keeping the ridgeline to your left. As we get closer to the ridgeline, become mindful of turbulence. If the wind is strong and is coming from the other side of a ridge, you can find severe downdrafts, so always give high ground some extra space when downwind of it. Keep a speed of 100 knots. If you look to your right at about 1 o'clock, see the long straight road? Turn to heading 160 and follow the road, keeping it on your left. Keep a speed of 100 knots.
Listen, I don't know, dude. Oh my gosh.
Follow this straight road and it'll take us towards Matamata Airfield. The road is an example of a line feature. Line features such as roads and railways are great for following, but if crossing over them, be mindful that they don't give precise lateral guidance, unless there's a standout feature, such as a junction or a town. When following a line feature, keep it on your left side, as this makes it easier to see from your seat. Traffic following the line in the other direction should also be doing this, giving you some separation. Maintain 2,500 feet.
Dude, I cannot get this to trim out right.
We're going to enter the circuit at Matamata. Although it's uncontrolled, we still use our radio to broadcast our position and intentions and listen for other traffic. To enter an uncontrolled circuit, we use the standard overhead join, which has us arrive overhead the airfield at circuit altitude plus 500 feet, looking down onto the airfield to observe the runways and look for any other aircraft. The live side of a circuit is where the circuit pattern is. The dead side is the other side of the runway, which is where we do any descending down to circuit altitude. The road we're following kinks off to the left, but we're going to keep heading 160 as it takes us straight towards Matamata. Start descending to 1,700 feet. Keep a heading of 160 to track the straight road. We make a radio call before we reach the overhead to give advance notice to any other aircraft in the circuit. Mata traffic, Foxtrot Sierra Alpha, 1,700 feet from the north for overhead join at Mata. Keep 1,700 feet for now.
Dude. I don't even know how I got up.
Keep a speed of 100 knots. Looking just left of the nose, you can begin to pick out the wide grass runway of Mata, with the white buildings to the western end.
Oh yeah.
We're going to use runway 28, making a right-hand circuit for training. Maintain 1,700 feet and turn left slightly to fly over the runway 28 threshold, about heading 130. When nearing the runway 28 threshold, start a right-hand turn and I'll call overhead. Mata traffic, Foxtrot Sierra Alpha overhead for runway 28, Mata. Keep a speed of 100 knots.
Don't know why it's over 100 knots. I haven't done anything.
Now we're crossing the runway, we're entering the dead side. Start descending to circuit altitude, 1,200 feet, and turn right to cross over the upwind end of runway 28, near the white buildings. Mata Foxtrot Sierra Alpha descending dead side 28, Mata. Keep the turn going towards heading 010 and aim to cross the upwind end at circuit altitude 1,200 feet. Go easy on the controls. Bank angle.
I don't know what's going on.
so fucking confused. I'm not doing this again.
Now we're crossing the upwind end. We should be 1,200 feet and about heading 010 as we enter the live side. Now make the right turn onto right downwind, heading 100, maintaining 1,200. Mata Foxtrot Sierra Alpha, right downwind 28 to land, Mata. Downwind checks, brakes, pressures and release, undercarriage fixed, mixtures full rich, fuel on and sufficient, instrumentations T's and P's are in the green, and cabin secure. Notice how it's a little harder to see on a right-hand circuit. This is why they're typically made to the left. Downwind for 28 is heading 100. Runway looks about 45 degrees over your right shoulder, so make your right descending turn onto base, slowing to 80 knots. Once inside the white airspeed band, take first stage of flap and hold 80 knots on base. Mata's runway 28 is grass and unmarked. It also has unusual dimensions, being about triple the width of a normal runway, at 137 metres wide. Make your own turn onto final and judge your approach with this in mind.
You made me turn way too late.
Mata Foxtrot Sierra Alpha, final 28s for full stop, Mata. Bring the speed back to about 60 knots and take landing flat. We'll make a full stop landing. As this grass runway is unmarked, choose an aiming point roughly where you'd expect to find the runway numbers and keep that locked in your windscreen. The wideness of this runway will give the illusion of being low, so try to account for this. Power back and flare attitude, look to the far end. Great, we've flown from airfield to airfield with some navigation in between, and made an overhead join to join a right-hand circuit.
Let's go. All right. Let's go. Oh, I gotta turn this on.
Flying VFR at night has some pros and cons, with some differences that you should be aware of. Conditions at night are generally better than in the day, with smooth air, lighter winds, and improved visibility. Lit runways and other traffic are easier to see. On the other hand, your visual references are restricted, with less ground features visible for navigation, and often the absence of a clear horizon. Follow this taxiway all the way to the full-length holding point for runway 08 here at Toronto City Airport.
Wrong button. Is that where we're going?
As the light levels are so low, your night vision is important and needs protecting. White light quickly cancels your night vision, and it can take up to 30 minutes to fully restore it. Red-coloured light has a much lower effect, so any torches or cabin lighting is best if it's in a reddish colour, such as the Cessna 152 dome light here. We'll depart 08 and make a right turn, and you'll quickly see how the lack of the horizon forces you to rely more heavily on your instruments.
Okay, so you're sitting here telling me to have a red light, but there's not a red light on. Wrong way.
Cessna Foxtrot Sierra Alpha Charlie, ready for departure, runway 08, departing circuit to the south.
Sierra Alpha Charlie Roger, cleared VFR not above 2,500 feet, cleared for takeoff runway 08, wind calm.
VFR not above 2,500 feet, cleared for takeoff runway 08, Sierra Alpha Charlie. Take off and climb towards 2,300 feet. We'll leave the circuit to the south.
Okay, but oh. There we go. That's what I've been looking for. Take off to the south.
flaps up now that we're passing 300 feet above airfield level. The climb attitude flaps up gives about 7 degrees nose up on the attitude indicator with 75 knots. Make a mental note of this for later. Now make a right turn to heading 180 and keep climbing to 2,300 feet. As we look out over Lake Ontario in the dark, see how your horizon has already pretty much vanished. Shift your focus more onto your instruments, but remember we're still VFR and need to maintain a lookout. Keep heading 180 for now. Keep heading 180 for now.
Dude? I can't even get my plane to settle down. Okay?
Level off at 2,300 feet using the attitude indicator and VSI to set level flight. You can lead the mixture a little, set power for 100 knots and retrim. Hold an altitude of 2,300 feet. Sierra Alpha Charlie requests to leave the zone to the east en route Oshawa along the shoreline.
Sierra Alpha Charlie Roger, leave the zone not above 2,500 feet VFR, call at boundary.
Not above 2,500 feet VFR, Wilco, Sierra Alpha Charlie. We don't want to get too far out over the lake, so make a left turn to heading 020 back to the shoreline. This heading keeps us tracking the north shore of Lake Ontario, parallel the runway, and brings back a partial horizon with the streetlights off in the distance.
It's on.
Try to use both the partial horizon and the instruments to set and maintain an accurate straight and level. Take us back to the shoreline.
Toro, yo. Antoro. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Dana, 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 dana. Alright, no, I gotta go up. Oh. Dana. Does it really want me to go to that shoreline? Really hope not. Oh no, oh no. I moved my feet on the rudder.
We're back at the shoreline, so make a right turn heading 060 to follow the shore eastbound. Sierra Alpha Charlie, zone boundary outbound, request frequency change to Oshawa 120.1.
Sierra Alpha Charlie, frequency change approved.
Keep tracking the coast on heading 060 and we'll switch over to Oshawa.
I'm guessing you're gonna have me change it? Or are you gonna do it for me? Wait.
Why not?
Traffic is easier to see at night thanks to the position lights, strobes and landing light. The green position light is on the right wing and the red on the left. This makes deciphering the orientation easy, as the colour indicates which side of the aircraft you're seeing. If you see both red and green, you're approaching head-on. If you do encounter another aircraft head-on, you both make a turn to your right to increase separation.
Yep.
Keep on following the shore heading 060.
Okay. Well, I got a little off, so I'm gonna adjust for the offness I just did. So I'm gonna go a little bit further out from the shore, and then I'm gonna turn back in slowly. And 3, 2, 1. We should be back lined up. chicken lined up. Probably put the yolk back up. Interesting. Very interesting. We're pretty flat. I must say. Deviating a little, just slightly. There's mine back up. Well, that's where I was actually gonna. That's where I thought we were heading. I didn't even know.
If you look at 9 o'clock off the left wing, you can see up the centre line of the runway at Buttonville.
Yep.
Looking straight ahead over the nose, we can see the flashing runway light at Oshawa Executive, which is where we're heading.
That's exactly what I see.
Notice how airports are much easier to pick out at night if they have lit runways. Unlit
Yep.
grass runways can be nearly impossible to spot, however, so those airfields would only be operational during the day. I'll get the weather for Oshawa. Normally an ATIS is available, but out of hours it's an automated weather observation system, AWOS.
AWOS.
Oshawa Automated Weather Observation System. Observation taken at 0150 UTC. Wind 270 at 4 knots. Visibility greater than 9. Sky condition view 3000. IFR approach RNP 30. Landing and departing runway 30. Temperature 15. Dew point 4. Altimeter 29.92.
Alright, so we now know it's runway 30 in use with a light headwind. The altimeter is already set to 29.92. The USA and Canada report an altimeter setting instead of a QNH, which is effectively the same but using different units.
Oh.
QNH is reported in hectopascals and altimeter settings are inches of mercury.
Okay.
Altimeters allow settings from either system, as seen in our 152, with the millibar scale on the left and inches of mercury scale on the right. Canada VFR rules require 500 feet vertical separation when below cloud in uncontrolled airspace. Cloud is reported as few at 3,000 feet, so if we stick to cruising at 2,300 feet, then we know we're fine. The USA applies the same rule, but most other countries just require you to stay clear of cloud until above 3,000 feet. Keep flying us towards Oshawa, heading 060.
Heading 060. Cessna, Foxtrot, Sierra Alpha Charlie. Cessna. How's everybody's day doing today? Hope y'all are enjoying. Don't forget to leave a big old thumbs up. Let me know how you think we're doing so far. Bad, good. I like to hear it all. And if you're liking all of this and everything that you've seen, make sure to hit that subscribe button for way more to come. This is just the beginning. Whoops. Deviated a little bit. Don't get mad at me. Yell. He's gonna yell. I hope it's not too loud. I had to turn the mic up, but you know, I turn it down just. Oh, whoa, yo, hey, chill, daddy-o. Don't know why you did that. I have to reset it for some reason. Why? I didn't click on anything though. Oh no, something happened.
Oshawa operates what's known as a mandatory frequency area.
Oh my
This
god.
means a
I
radio
have
is
to do my
required
yoke
to
filter.
fly into or near the airfield. We're getting close to the Oshawa MF zone, so we'll call up and announce our position and intentions. Oshawa traffic, Cessna Foxtrot Sierra Alpha Charlie, 10 miles southwest, 2,300 feet, inbound landing 30, Oshawa. We know from the AWOS that it's runway 30 in use, which is a normal left-hand circuit. In other ICAO countries, we'd make an overhead join, descending on the dead side before joining the crosswind leg. The USA and Canada allow joining uncontrolled circuits straight into the downwind leg from a 45-degree intercept at circuit altitude. The elevation at Oshawa is 460 feet, so start descending now to a circuit altitude of 1,500 feet, aiming for the center of the airfield.
10-4, big buddy. Dude, so I have to hold my yoke. I don't know what happened when I was touching something. I don't know. Wait. Oh, why is it doing that? No. I gotta change that. No. There's a lot of stuff I gotta worry. Like, this holding, like, if I let go of the yoke, look at this. It's like gonna barrel roll. I don't know why it's doing that. I got a hard descent to do right now.
1,500 feet as the circuit altitude until turning base. Note that the runway lights we see up ahead is runway 05, but that's not the one currently in use. Oshawa traffic, Cessna Foxtrot Sierra Alpha Charlie joining mid-downwind 30, Oshawa.
I'm hoping I can. Oh, okay, good. It fixed itself. Good. Makes it a little bit easier now. I also changed that one setting, so we're good. We're Gucci. We're golden. We're golden, pony boy. We're golden. We gotta go down. Go down. Don't go any higher. Whoa.
Okay, we're reaching the downwind leg. Turn right heading 120.
Okay, so we're gonna. Okay, I see what we're doing.
Oshawa traffic, Cessna Foxtrot Sierra Alpha Charlie downwind 30, Oshawa. Downwind checks, brakes pressured and released, undercarriage fixed, mixture full rich, fuel on and sufficient, instrument T's and P's are green, cabin is secure. Circuit altitude is 1,500 feet.
I'm working on it. I was there.
Looks like a good place for turning base. Start turning left, power back and commence your descent. Take flaps 10 when within the white airspeed band. A high-wing aeroplane such as the Cessna is great when en route, as you have a clearer view downwards towards the ground, but turning in the pattern can be a little bit more difficult. Configure the flaps and set your speed as appropriate.
Flaps 10. Speed on. Oh, you want me to set speeds to full? Why?
Oshawa traffic, Cessna Foxtrot Sierra Alpha Charlie, final 30 to land, Oshawa.
What? Oh my god, I didn't turn enough. Bank angle. That was me. I was being stupid oopid. That was on me. Oh, don't dip too far. All right. Woo! We did it! We did it! Oh, we did it! Did it take us 20 tries like the last one?
Thank you guys for being here, for watching, for being a part of this mission and this journey. If you guys are truly liking this content, make sure you subscribe and hit that like button. We are trying to have a video come out every week for you guys. If you haven't seen the rest of these videos of this series, make sure you go check them out. And until next time, see you guys later.